Can you hear the fan?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Welcome in. We'll get started in just a minute. Awesome. I think we got a few more trickling in. But just a second. Awesome. Well, first of all, welcome everyone to BBB Basics. We may have a couple more still trickle in, but we'll go ahead and get started because we have a lot to get through today, and we definitely want to reserve some time at the end for any questions you may have. So again, welcome to BBB Basics. My name is Catherine Honeycutt, and I'm the Communication Specialist for Better Business Bureau serving Eastern North Carolina. And on behalf of BBB, I want to thank you all for taking the time to join us today to learn a little bit more about accreditation and meet the team and ask any questions you might have. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping items I want to cover. First of all, if you could locate the chat box on your screen and go ahead and put your name, your business name, any contact information you have, and the number of years or months or days that you've been accredited so we know who's on the call, and it can also help you guys kind of network with some fellow accredited businesses. And while you guys are doing that, I want to also share some news that you may have already seen in your email yesterday. We sent an update about our new accredited business toolkit, and it's available in your AB accounts portal, and you'll see the digital path that's on the screen here. So if you go into your accounts portal, you go to your homepage, select the accreditation tab, and then select the tab underneath that says AB Welcome Toolkit. You'll be able to access this new resource. So, whether you've been newly accredited for years, or, you're kind of kicking the tires of accreditation, this is a great resource to learn more about BBB, learn about the benefits of accreditation. It'll provide you with all the resources and information to help you best utilize your accreditation beyond today's basics. And then finally, it looks like a couple people were already able to put their information in the chat box. So we will go ahead and get started. As you can see, I've got a little agenda here. Over the next hour or so, you will learn about your BBB, which is Better Business Bureau serving Eastern North Carolina. You'll learn about the benefits of being accredited, how to get involved with your BBB, and then we'll reserve a good chunk of the time to answer any questions you might have, and even break out into some small groups so that you can meet some other accredited businesses, meet the BBB team, and do all that good stuff. So without further delay, let's go ahead and dive into learning about your BBB. So Better Business Bureau serving Eastern North Carolina, we are a 501c6, a non-for-profit corporation serving 33 counties in Eastern North Carolina. As you can see, the map here on the screen kind of gives you a glimpse into the counties that we serve. And our organization is funded primarily through BBB accredited business fees from over our 4,200 local accredited businesses. Our mission, as you can see, is to be the leader in advancing marketplace trust. And we do this by setting standards for marketplace trust, encouraging best practices by engaging and educating consumers and businesses, celebrating marketplace role models, calling out and addressing substandard marketplace behavior, and creating a community of trustworthy businesses and charities. So I say all that to say that we're going to dive into what each of these things mean over the next hour, and you'll get a better understanding of the different programs that we have available, the award opportunities that we have, that are all in addition to the great benefits that you receive as an accredited business. And so just keep that in the back of your mind, that all things that we do really point back to this mission of being a leader in advancing marketplace trust. Additionally, throughout today's presentation, you're going to meet some of the BBB team. So in addition to myself, you'll get to hear from a few of the people listed here on the screen. Mallory Wojciechowski, our president and CEO. Chuck Traffin, he's our VP and Chief Operations Officer. Alyssa Parker, unfortunately, is not on today's call. She is wrapping up maternity leave and will be back actually tomorrow. So we're excited to have her back soon. Steve Frommy's on the call. He's our director of the BBB Educational Foundation. We'll hear from him in just a little bit. And then Luis Feliz, our Hispanic Community Liaison Coordinator, is also on the call, and we'll get to hear from him as well. But at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce our president and CEO, Mallory Wojciechowski, to share just a few words with us to kick off today's session.
Thanks, Catherine. Hi, everyone. We are so glad that you could all join us today just to learn a little bit more about the benefits of accreditation and to ask any questions that you might have. As Catherine said, my name is Mallory Wojciechowski, and I'm the president and CEO of BBB of Eastern North Carolina. And I've been fortunate to work with our office for over 10 years now. And during that time, I've just really had a front seat to all of the growth and changes that have occurred at BBB over the past decade. Our team is really proud of the work that BBB does for both businesses and consumers and in the community. And we aim to be the leader in advancing marketplace trust. And one of the ways that we do this is by creating a community of trustworthy businesses, just like you all. And you'll often hear our team say, we're not your grandparents' Better Business Bureau. We're an organization with really deep roots. We've been around for more than 100 years. Really proud. It is us to stay relevant. And while many of you know that we still offer many of the same services we offered 50 or even 100 years ago, we've evolved over the years in an effort to continue to address the needs of businesses and consumers. So on a daily basis, we're here to educate consumers and help connect them with businesses and brands they can trust. And we're also here to support you as a business. And you'll hear today about the many ways we do this and the programs we have in place to help strengthen and grow your business. I just want to thank all of you for your continued support of BBB and of all of our programs. We have many of our team members here with us today, just like Catherine said, and they'll help you learn how to maximize your BBB accreditation. So please feel free to ask any questions you might have and let us know how we can help your business. So thanks again for joining us. And with that, I'll pass it back to you, Catherine.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mallory. Just like she said, we're here to help. So if you have any questions, remember the chat box where you had put your contact information earlier. You can drop any questions you have in there. And when we get to the end of the presentation, we'll be sure to answer any of those. And we'll, if we need to break out into small groups, we can do that as well. But as an accredited business, there are some important contacts that you will interact with on a regular basis. And this includes your accredited business services team. So this team includes the manager of accredited business services, Eric Franklin, and the accredited business services associate, Suzanne. And at this time, I'm going to let Eric kind of share a little bit about himself and what he does in this role, and then we'll swap to Suzanne. So Eric, I'll pass it over to you.
Thank you very much, Catherine. As she mentioned, my name is Eric Franklin, and I'm the manager of accredited business services for BBB serving Eastern North Carolina. If you have any questions about your accreditation, your benefits, or anything else, please feel free to reach out to me at efranklin@raleigh.bbb.org, or you can call me at 919-277-4217.
Awesome. Thank you, Eric. And we'll hear from him in just a little bit about all the details of your benefits of being accredited. And then Suzanne's on the call as well. I'll let her introduce herself as well.
Hello, everyone. I am Suzanne Bresson, the Accredited Business Services Associate with BBB of Eastern North Carolina. I will be happy to assist you with questions regarding complaints or reviews filed on your business.
Awesome. Thank you again, Eric and Suzanne. As they mentioned, their contact information is here on the screen. It's also available in your AB toolkit that I mentioned earlier. So be sure that you have their contact information listed. So if you have any questions at all, you can reach out to them. But another member of the BBB team I would like to introduce is our Hispanic Community Liaison Coordinator, Luis Feliz. Luis, I'll let you introduce yourself and share a little bit about what you do here.
Yes. Hello, amigos. So as Catherine mentioned, I am the Hispanic Community Liaison Coordinator for Better Business Bureau of Eastern NC. And we provide both consumer and business resources in Spanish, as well as we host a variety of workshops and networking events for entrepreneurs and business leaders throughout the year. So if you ever need any resources to be provided for you or your team in Spanish, please feel free to reach out to me and I will add my information in the chat box. And if you have any questions, make sure to stick around, and at the end, I'll be able to answer them. So thank you so much for joining and for your time.
Great. Thank you so much, Louise. Now that we are all a little more acquainted, we're going to dive into what I'm sure many of you are tuning in to learn about. It's your benefits and services that you receive as an accredited business. And so I'm going to let our manager of accredited business services, Eric Franklin, really dive into these benefits and tell you more about them and how you can maximize your accreditation. So Eric, I'll let you take it away. Oh, Eric, I think you're muted. There he goes.
My apologies, I was muted.
Now you're good.
All right, so let's start again. So let's first talk about getting started as an accredited business. First thing you do is you set up your account, AB accounts portal. The URL should be in the chat box. The link to for your account portal. Your AB accounts portal allows you to access AB benefits and services, and this is where you can request AB displays, download the accredited business seal, pay your dues, and a lot more. Next thing you do, you can update your business profile, which you can customize with photos, videos, hours of operations, and more information. And it's important to keep your company information updated regularly so consumers have all the right information when searching for you. Finally, review the Code of Business Practices. All accredited businesses must comply with the BBB Code of Business Practices, also known as Standards of Trust. Be sure to review these standards, which you have already agreed to as an AB in your accounts portal. As a benefit of their commitment to BBB Standards for Trust, accredited businesses gain access to the following benefits. First, AB seals and displays. You can promote your accreditation by displaying the prestigious BBB seal on your website, email signatures, social media platforms, Facebook, and anywhere else you advertise, including your company vehicles. You can also download the digital seal or request physical displays such as magnets, plaques, or decals in your accounts portal. Get a quote. This is a valuable service available only to accredited businesses and allows potential customers to instantly request estimates for goods and services from your business. So again, make sure you have the right contact information on file with the BBB to best utilize this benefit. There's also advertising opportunities. You can promote your business with display ads and enhance listings on bbb.org. And at this time, Chuck Draftman, our Vice President and Chief Operations Officer, will share a few details about advertising with BBB. Chuck?
All right, thanks a lot, Eric. As Eric mentioned, for our accredited businesses, they get specific business benefits. And one of them is being able to advertise on bbb.org. You can enhance your listing, get to the top of your category listing. You can do logo listings on our homepage and things like that. Traffic to our website has increased tremendously over the past couple of years. Just for example, our local ads last year in 2020 alone had over 2.5 million impressions. And this year already, even just for the first couple of months, we're on pace for over 4 million impressions. So to take advantage of the exclusive opportunity, Luis is going to drop the link in the chat box to where you can go learn a little bit more. And you can always reach out to me directly, and then we can go into much more detail.
Another one of your benefits is the BBB Business Help Center. Specifically the online trust monitoring. As a BBB accredited business, you have access to tools and reports to help you manage your reputation online. To explain this further, I'll pass things back over to Chuck.
All right, thanks again. Yes, this is a very cool new program that we just recently launched, probably less than a month ago. It's mainly targeted towards our smaller accredited businesses, but it is available to all of you. It is an online trust monitors program, and it helps you keep up with your business's online presence. We know that owning a business is a busy job, and managing your reputation takes time and experience. And these tools are there to help you keep all your information up to date. Keeping your online presence current has proven to increase your SEO and helping and ensuring you're at the top of Google when people search your business name. One of the key indicators of online trust is consistency of your company's information across all platforms on the internet. So our program scans the top 4 or 5 major ones, Facebook, Yelp, things like that. And we will let you know if it doesn't match with what we have. That way you have the opportunity to get it cleaned up. Businesses spend a lot of money on these types of programs to make sure their information is correct out there. It is part of your accredited business benefits. It's no additional cost to you. So if you have any questions about it, feel free to reach back out to me. The information is also within your accredited business dashboard. It's under the Online Trust Monitors tab. So you should be able to go in there and get a lot more detailed information.
Thank you, Chuck. Another benefit to accredited businesses is a dedicated complaints specialist, as well as mediation and arbitration. As an accredited business, you have a dedicated complaint specialist to walk you through the process of handling any customer reviews or complaints filed against your business. Your complaint specialist is Suzanne Bresson, whom you met earlier. Also, in the event you receive a customer complaint that can't easily be handled, if we need to go to the extra step, we offer dispute resolution services and act as a helpful intermediary for you and your customer. If necessary, we can provide legal and binding arbitration to help resolve a dispute and avoid high legal costs. Another benefit to you is tax deduction. BBB accredited business dues are 100% tax deductible. The IRS recognizes support of BBB as a reasonable and necessary business expense. You have exclusive opportunities just for accredited businesses. Throughout the year, BBB may offer additional benefits exclusively to its accredited businesses, which will be announced through our email system. So be on the lookout for emails from us on various programs, events, and exclusive benefits. There's additional information on these benefits available in your digital AB toolkit, as well as in your accounts portal. Should you have any questions about your accreditation, you can always reach out to me. Again, Eric Franklin at efranklin@raleigh.bbb.org or 919-277-4217.
Awesome. Thank you so much for explaining all of that, Eric. And I know that was a lot of information to take in, especially if you're new to BBB. That's a lot of benefits to digest. So just a couple reminders. Louise put a few links in the chat box, so be sure to take a look at those. But all of this information and all the links that are in the chat box are also available in that AB toolkit we keep mentioning. And again, you can access that through your accounts portal. So, where you go to pay your dues and, update your profile, you'll go to your accounts portal, select accreditation, and select AB Welcome Toolkit. And you'll be able to download it and have all of those resources at your fingertips to help maximize your accreditation further. And once again, and this was a lot of information. Have any specific questions, please put those in the chat box, or, you know, in just a few moments, we'll have a chance to unmute and ask questions and do things like that. So definitely jot those down, make sure to ask us those. But thank you again, Eric, for all that information. Beyond your accreditation benefits, I want to mention a few ways that you can get involved with BBB and, you know, really maximize your involvement. So how to get involved? Well, the first is through BBB events. We host numerous events throughout the year, including informational webinars, lunch and learns, leadership and educational workshops, and quarterly networking sessions. Be on the lookout for informational emails or check bbbevents.org to stay up to date on these opportunities. And I'll just mention too that you'll get some exclusive benefits to your email, but we also have, you know, general events for all types of businesses. So if you have a colleague who's not accredited, invite them to an event, do that together. It's more fun when we get to learn with one another. So keep that in mind. Another way that you can get involved is through our programs and awards. So in conjunction with our educational foundation, it's the educational and charitable arm of BBB serving Eastern NC. We offer a number of awards and recognitions, some of which you may know, such as our Torch Awards, Spark Awards. These recognize young entrepreneurs, business professionals, and students who go above and beyond in their community. And at this time, I want to let Steve Fromme introduce himself and share a little bit about his role with our educational foundation and all the great programs that they have to offer. So I'll pass it to you, Steve.
Thank you. Thanks, Catherine. I am Steve Fromme, Executive Director of our BBB's Educational Foundation. Our foundation annually presents scholarships to high school juniors, seniors, and college undergraduates who reside in our 33 county territory. This year, we're presenting, I'm going to be talking about scams shortly, and I'm getting a scam call as we speak. Okay, sorry about that. But this year, we're presenting 10 scholarships totaling $15,500. We also have a series of awards, like Catherine mentioned, recognizing ethics in the marketplace, which are presented to outstanding businesses and business leaders each year. These include our Torch Awards, which are given in small, mid-size, and large business categories. The Spark Award, which recognizes a young entrepreneur age 35 or less, or is given to a new business leader of any age affiliated with a business for 3 years or less. And new this year, the Spark Junior Award, which is presented to a high school student either operating a business or having completed a business model for future execution. Typically, the easy application process for all of these begins the first week of November. And so I hope all of you will be on the lookout and consider applying. Regarding scholarships, if you have children, if you have staff members who have children, if you have friends who have children, all you have to do is live in our 33 county territory to be eligible. So free money is usually considered a good thing. The other main program of the Educational Foundation is Scam Busters, a teaching tool. It's a tool that teaches people how to recognize and avoid scams. Scam Busters employs a fun game format to teach very serious lessons. If we were meeting in person, this is when I would take 6-inch foam dice used in Scam Busters and throw them into the audience. I'm going to try it out.
Steve, I think you're muted.
I think your dice muted the.
Your dice muted you.
Right, dice scammed me. How about that? But most people think that they know enough not to be scammed, and yet over 50 billion with a B dollars is lost annually to scams in the US. So apparently we either don't give scammers enough credit or we give ourselves too much. But Scam Busters is a fun program that if you're interested in finding out more about, I'd love to talk to you. I'll be happy to answer questions about any of our programs at the end of the session. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Steve. And before I mention our third bullet here about the podcast, I want to reiterate that you can scan the QR code that's on our screen right now to access some resources to help you take advantage of the events and the awards opportunities that we currently have available, as well as listen to the Brunch with BBB podcast. So the Brunch with BBB is an informative podcast that gives updates on the latest marketplace trends, as well as interviews with notable North Carolina citizens from across our 33 county service area and across the country. We've been fortunate to interview guests from all over. Again, you can listen to it by scanning this QR code. There's also going to be a link in the chat box to listen. And if you are interested in becoming a guest or want to learn more about advertising opportunities with the podcast, you can email Louise Feliz at lfeliz@raleigh.bbb.org. And of course, I can't help but do this shameless plug because myself and my colleague Louise are the hosts of the podcast. So if you have any questions, please stick around at the end and feel free to ask us any questions you might have. And finally, after you get involved, we want to share ways that you can partner with BBB. With support of business leaders and entrepreneurs like you, BBB serving Eastern North Carolina is able to provide resources to strengthen our regional marketplace. There are a number of ways that you can partner with us. This includes leading webinars, speaking at events, taking part in the Brunch with BBB podcast, serving as a sponsor of one of our events, or becoming a community partner. But the list doesn't stop there. There's plenty of ways that you can get involved if interested. We have a lot of programs going on in the community for the business community and consumers alike. So if you're interested in learning more about any of these opportunities, please contact Alyssa Parker, Director of Communications at aparker@raleigh.bbb.org. As I mentioned, she's just coming back from maternity leave, so have a little bit of grace with us as we help you navigate partnerships. And I believe this concludes our presentation for today, but we're going to reserve the remainder of this time to answer any questions you might have. We can answer those as a large group, as well as we have time to break up into some small groups so you can mingle with one another and meet some of our staff. So I'll go ahead and open it up to see. I'll stop sharing my screen now and see if we have any questions in the chat box, or if anyone would like to unmute and ask any questions you may have, you can do that now. So I'll just go back and try to check some of these. Awesome. Cool. Well, welcome. I'm just now seeing all of your information from the beginning. We're excited you guys joined us today. Awesome. So are there any questions that you guys have about benefits or partnership opportunities? Anybody have a question? That's okay if you don't. So what we'll do is we will go ahead and Louise is going to configure some breakout rooms for us. So we will have 2 breakout rooms. It will include Chuck Draffin will lead one of them, and then Eric Franklin will lead the other. And you'll have a couple other BBB staff in each of those. And we'll just kind of chat a little bit about BBB, your accreditation, any questions you may have in a smaller group. So Louise, if you want, whenever you're ready, you can send us to our first breakout. Hey, Louise. We're just going to, I think there's only 2 people. So I think we're just going to bring them back to the main room and we'll just close out from there.
Other 2 people, they're in informational room. So I put Derek Lane and Nicole Richardson with Chuck, and then I put Peter Doyle with Eric.
Okay, the 2 people that you put with Chuck are our employees.
Oh,
They're
so
the
funny.
2 new. It's okay.
That is so funny. Okay. So do I just leave Peter Doyle with Eric?
You can give them a couple minutes and then we'll probably just close out.
Cool. So I'll close the breakout rooms. Yeah. Okay. Cool.